Hello, and welcome to Ask Dr. Dora. I'm Dr. Dora Dixie, board certified in family medicine and addiction medicine. Ask Dr. Dora is my virtual medical ministry that will be used to share knowledge about the magnificent bodies we live in. I believe that knowledge is power, and the more knowledge we have about how the body functions, the better care we can give it for improved and hopefully optimal health. I am an addiction medicine specialist. I want you all to understand how drugs hijack the brain and cause good people to do bad things. Our brains are complicated, very complicated, with many interrelated areas. There is a reward pathway that resides in the center of our brains and is programmed to do what sustains life and causes the body to do what feels good. The brain is divided into several distinct regions that are each responsible for performing different functions. In the center of the brain sits the almighty reward pathway, which is responsible for driving our feelings of motivation, our feelings of reward, and behavior. The central job of the reward pathway is to make us feel good when we engage in behaviors that are necessary for survival and necessary for feeling good. These beneficial behaviors include eating, drinking, and sex. The reward pathway connects to several other important areas of the brain. These connections allow the reward pathway to gather information about what is happening outside of the body and to strengthen brain circuits that control desirable behavior. Let's take a closer look at how the reward pathway works. Imagine you haven't eaten all day and someone gives you a nice big sandwich or some chicken wings. Your five senses gather information from your surroundings and send signals to the brain, letting it know that there is yummy looking food in front of you. Now imagine again, you haven't had heroin all day and someone gives you, I say gives you, a nice big bag. Your five senses gather information from your surroundings and send signals to the brain, letting it know that there is a pain-relieving, free heroin in front of you. Stored in another part of your brain is the memory that when you eat a sandwich or the chicken wings or you snort the heroin, you will no longer be hungry or no longer in withdrawal, and you will feel good. Based on this information, the brain tells the body to pick up the food and eat it, or pick up the heroin and snort it. When the five senses let the brain know that the body is eating something good tasting, and the stomach is filling up, or snorting good and free heroin, and the high is approaching. Special neurons in the reward pathway release the chemical called dopamine. The release of dopamine gives you a little or a big jolt of pleasure. That's the reward for eating the chicken or snorting the heroin. Now that jolt of dopamine will be much bigger if you use heroin than if you eat a piece of chicken. In addition to making you feel good when you engage in beneficial behavior, the reward pathway is responsible for trying to make sure you repeat the behavior whenever possible. It does this all by itself by connecting to regions in the brain that control memory and thus behavior. When the reward pathway signals brain regions involved in memory, it enables the brain to create the memory that eating food and snorting heroin makes you feel good. This increases the likelihood that you will eat the food and do the heroin again and again. When the reward pathway signals the brain's motor center, it strengthens the wiring for behaviors that help you achieve your reward. In this case, the behaviors include picking up the chicken, chewing it, and swallowing it, or picking up the heroin and snorting it. By giving us a jolt of pleasure, the reward pathway works to ensure that we will repeat behaviors which are necessary for survival and staying out of withdrawal. Now, heroin was just using it as an example. The reward pathway is involved in all substance use disorders. Now, it has been written by scientists who work in addiction medicine that the brain and the body was never designed to withstand the giant release of dopamine that gives you that great feeling of pleasure that comes with using illicit drugs. Our brain was designed for survival and some pleasure, but not the overwhelming pleasure that comes with using illicit drugs, especially cocaine and methamphetamines. All of the stimulants overwhelm the brain, reinforcing the reward pathway to get the desired effect. Thus, a substance use disorder is born. Thank you for watching and listening to Ask Dr. Dora. I have much more to teach you about addiction medicine. Join me again and invite a friend. Thank you.